I've ever seen. And this is just the beginning, by the way, because when we're spending trillions of dollars, that's what the politicians today are trying to do, to spend all this money, which eventually will be paid for one way or another, but years in the future. So they're thinking, I'm going to get mine now.
Right, exactly. And there is no such
chance of having it in your home means
lines 344-4144 today. Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited, all are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. Simplicity Esports and Gaming Company is a North American-based esports organization. It was founded by Jed Kaplan, who is a minority owner of the Memphis Grizzlies, as well as the Swansea City of the English Champions League. So that is soccer. And with me is CEO Roman Franklin to tell us more about this company. And boy, are you in a hot area, esports. Tell me a little bit about the company, Roman.
Well, you referenced Jed already, so I'll give you the Jed explanation. He likes to tell folks that esports garnered a lot of attention, including his and ours as a company, in 2018 when the League of Legends World Finals had more viewers than the Super Bowl. Subsequently, Simplicity was established. The company set a couple of goals. First, to have the largest footprint of esports gaming centers in the U.S., and to own a League of Legends franchise with Riot Games. Both of those goals were accomplished by the end of 2020, so we're pretty excited about 2021.
Yeah, well, I'd say so, and I can imagine the pandemic has probably even accelerated your business a little bit as well. And I understand you made numerous acquisitions over the past year and a half or so. Can you tell me about those, and how do those contribute to the company?
Absolutely. So in the fall of 2019, we acquired PlayLive Nation. PlayLive Nation is a franchisor of franchisee-owned gaming centers. The acquisition gave us the largest footprint of esports gaming centers in the U.S., albeit mostly owned by franchisees. Subsequently, with quite a bit of research, we also decided that in order to accomplish our franchise ownership goal, that Brazil was most likely the next region Riot Games would be franchising for League of Legends. In early 2020, we acquired the top-ranked League of Legends team in Brazil, Flamengo Esports. Our team continues to perform well, finished the first split of 2021 season in first place. And interestingly enough, we also finished the year 2020 on the list of the top 10 most tweeted about esports teams in the world. So as COVID-19 was discovered and began to cause concerns about public gatherings, we saw this as an opportunity to capitalize on disruptions that were occurring in commercial real estate. So we've made some additional acquisitions as a result of COVID disruption. In approximately the last year, we've acquired 14 esports gaming centers and now own and operate them as corporate gaming centers. After the acquisition, the financial performance from those gaming centers becomes consolidated and reported with our public company financials. What I'm most excited about, though, is the new leases we've been able to sign with landlords for the corporate gaming centers. The rent for those leases is calculated as a percentage of revenue. So we're very excited about those percentage rent leases.
Yeah, so you are the largest gaming center owner in North America now, right? After in 13 states, 30 centers in 13 states. So
that's correct.
How has that been in terms of, you got the brick and mortar? It sounds like you took advantage of a down market to expand there, but then also the digital. So you're really have a nice hedge there, no matter what happens.
That's correct. That's correct. And so we feel that a large moat around our business comes from the brick and mortar, significant CapEx required to construct these locations and to establish a footprint the size of ours with percentage rent leases would be very difficult, time consuming, and have great CapEx requirements. So, in terms of current status today, in light of COVID, barring any further COVID related shutdowns, it seems like the worst of the negative impact from COVID is behind us. We recently put out in a press release that of our corporate-owned centers, we now have 6 that are operating without restriction at all, 7 that are at 50% occupancy restriction, and another location that's at a 25% restriction. So soon we'll update the market regarding specific sales trends and trajectory of our recovery once we have a couple more months of data under our belt to establish that trend.
Now, you mentioned percentage rent leases. What is that? How does that work exactly?
So instead of a traditional fixed rent obligation, these percentage rent leases have rent calculated as a percentage of revenue instead of a fixed obligation. So this structure significantly reduces the expense profile, giving us greater confidence in the expected profitability of these corporate-owned centers.
Now, the Flamingo Esports brand in Brazil has shown an interest in EFTs or in NFTs. So how does that work?
Yeah, that's right. So we have an incredible fan base in Brazil, including hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. As a matter of fact, it's not uncommon for us to receive over 5,000 likes on a tweet or hundreds of thousands of views on a YouTube video that we post. These fans view NFTs as digital merchandise. They're non-fungible tokens, so they are essentially digital merchandise items. Art creations that maybe capture a moment in the history of Flamingo Esports, maybe an artistic expression of a logo. So they've indicated on Twitter for us that they're interested in purchasing NFTs and would view them much like purchasing a jersey or a hat to support the team. So we're moving forward quickly with the development, the minting, the creation, the minting of NFTs so that we can provide that to the market, to our fan base.
Yeah, how interesting. So NFTs, Twitter, I mean, it really kind of feels like the future is where you're operating right now. So now you did have record revenue, record quarter that ended in February. Can you talk a little bit about March and April? How are those months looking?
So you're correct. We reported record revenue for the quarter ended February 28. Since then, we've announced the acquisition and reopening of 2 more gaming centers, as well as an additional sponsorship and sub-licensing agreement for Flamingo Esports, our Brazilian subsidiary. So I can't comment right now on March and April revenues, but our fiscal year end is May 31st. And Nick Slau, who recently came on board as our CFO from NYSE-listed MGM Growth Properties, he's doing an incredible job and is working diligently to publish our financial results to the market as soon as possible when our fiscal year ends on May 31st.
Okay, very interesting. And I look forward to an update down later on this year as things start to reopen more, and best of luck.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jane.
PetProducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Wee Pad Inventor Company.
Well, he's been called the king of Vegas sports gambling. And with me is the CEO of WINRS Inc., Wayne Root. So, Wayne, great to meet you.
Hey, and let me correct you with one thing. I'm the CEO of Vegas WINRS, which is the subsidiary of the publicly traded company WINRS Inc. But it's all meshed together as the same thing. The whole thing is headed in one direction and only one direction. Sports gambling is exploding. It's the new national pastime. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It's been legalized by the Supreme Court. And we are right smack dab in the middle of this amazing, I call it a gold rush. It's like the gold rush of the 1800s. Everybody wants to bet on on sports now, and we're the ones that give the advice, the research, the guidance, the information. It's all there from Vegas Winners and our parent company, Winners Inc.
Okay, well, thank you for that clarification, because I know there's a kind of layers of corporations, so sometimes it gets a little lost in there. So you mentioned the Supreme Court decision. So that was a real game changer. Of course, Nevada on the forefront of that. We saw New Jersey. Now I think, half the states have legalized.
So, we're headed quickly for 30 states. By this fall, sports gambling should be legal in 30 states. Online gambling is the key to all of this. Almost everybody, Jane, bets online. State of New Jersey is the perfect model for what's happening in America. New Jersey, it was illegal to bet on sports until that decision in 2018. Nevada, where I live, Las Vegas, was legal sports betting for the last 70 years. And New Jersey comes along, and in 2 years, it now regularly passes Nevada with close to $1 billion a month in legal sports betting. And 90% or more is online betting. So nobody walks into an old, the old model, walk into a casino, walk into a sports book. Nobody does it anymore. It's all done online. And our company, Winners Inc. and Vegas Winners, we provide the advice and the research and the data and the information all online. So it's a perfect marriage. It's all about online sports gambling. You sit in your home, you sit on your cell phone, your iPhone, your Android, and you make bets on football games or basketball games or baseball games or NASCAR or golf or Ultimate Fighting Championship, and you have yourself a great time. And it's not only an investment, it's like Wall Street investment merged perfectly with entertainment, because you don't get to watch your stocks and have a good time, but you can watch a 3-hour sporting event, and when it's over, because of sports gambling, if you win with our advice, you get paid to entertain yourself for 3 hours. It's really the most unique form of entertainment in the world.
Yeah. Well, let's back up a little bit. So tell me about your background, because you've got a very interesting kind of route that brought you to where you are now, no pun intended.
Yes, no pun intended. My route is a very interesting route for Wayne Root. So I'm an SOB, son of a butcher, son of a blue-collar butcher. And the great thing about my dad, the butcher, is he always said, anything is possible in America, anything. And I believed it. I bought into the American dream, wound up getting accepted at Columbia University, Ivy League. And from that point, everybody thought I'd become a lawyer or a doctor, but they didn't understand my goal was to be Jimmy the Greek. And it all started when I was 16 years old, Jane. And there was a story in the local newspaper, Mount Vernon, New York, on the Bronx borderline, very blue-collar town. And the story was Wayne Allen Root is the next Jimmy the Greek, the betting whiz kid. And I took that to heart, and I made that my goal in life. And by the time I was 26, going on 27 years old, I became one of the youngest anchormen in America on CNBC. And they found Jimmy the Greek. He had just been fired by CBS, and they hired him to be my partner on TV. So I went from a 16-year-old kid saying, I'm going to be Greek, America's #1 Vegas odds maker, and the next thing you know, I'm on TV with him. We're partners, and then he retires. They put him out to pasture, and it becomes my show. I replaced Jimmy the Greek. Fast forward to today, Jane. I believe I am Jimmy the Greek, except I'm Wayne the Jew, and I am Jimmy the Greek for America. I'm the guy who explain in simple terms, entertaining terms, sports gambling to America. And the difference is, when Jimmy the Greek did it, it was all illegal. Now it's all legal. It's just like Wall Street, and it's fun.
Okay, so finally, you mentioned picks. Do you have any picks for this upcoming football season, and how do you think it's going to look as we kind of emerge from the pandemic?
Well, my pick is not going to be a game, because the football season's a ways away. There's no way to predict that. My pick is actually going to be that football is going to become all about gambling. I've tried to tell this to people for 35 years that I've been in this business. It's no fun to sit and just watch a football game, yet millions of people do it every Sunday in the NFL, and every Monday Night Football, every Thursday Night Football. Millions do it, but guess what? Most people didn't realize most of them had to bet on the game. They were betting illegally with a bookmaker. Now that it's legal, there will be 30 million, 40 million, 50 million Americans betting, Jane, every week on various games. It makes watching a game so much fun. Think about watching a 3-hour game and you have $1,000 on it. When it's over, you're either minus $1,000 or you got money to go to a fantastic restaurant for the next 10 nights in a row, or take your wife out to dinner and a movie and a show. It's the greatest form of entertainment in the world. The NFL's ratings will explode once people can all make a bet, whether it's $10, $100, or $10,000, and sit in front of the TV and watch the game. This will be the biggest NFL season ever. They just expanded into partnership partnership with sports gambling, and they expanded the weeks from 16 to 17 week schedule. So there's actually an extra week of games, and that's an extra week of revenue for Vegas winners. So I'm excited.
I can tell. Well, best of luck to you. I mean, it's certainly
When it comes
an
to being
exciting
physically
industry
strong,
to be
most
in, and it
believe
feels
this is
like
a
you're
man's
right at the very
arena,
beginning
and
of
might
this
not think
industry.
that
It's going
women
to have huge growth
place
ahead.
in
So thank you
women's
so much,
novice
Wayne, for
division
joining us.
at the
Thank you,
state
Jay.
strongman
VegasWinners.com
championships
is the
on
website.
sheer
Winners, Inc.,
strength alone.
parent company, ticker symbol
After she graduated from the
WNRS.
school in
And
2014,
yes, I'm
she
excited.
devoted her time to the sport, which is a combination of
PetProducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Wee Pad Inventor Company.
Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation is continuing to expand and has a lot of news so far in 2021. So with me, CEO David Massey, to update us on all this. And David, you have been a very busy guy this year, I know. Let's start with one of the big things, and that's the uplisting. Where does that stand?
The uplist to the QB is it's on track. The little holdup we have is the audit pieces that we need to get for the various entities that we've acquired. It's on track, and we're looking at a new auditor to help speed up the process, and that's we're in the process of doing that now. But it's right on track. We think that we should have the uplist completed by the end of May at the latest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that would be uplisting to the
QB, OTC QB.
Okay, all right. So we'll look for that. And then, so you mentioned the audit. So that's, you hope to get that moving along a little faster, it sounds like.
Well, it's kind of two pieces. To get to the QB, we have to get the audit done for Cornerstone, and we have to get the audit done for the year-end for SIRC, which they're working on now. And then to get the Form 10 filed, or, I don't know if you saw the press today, but we pulled the Form 10 just this week because we wouldn't have the other audits done in time to get the Form 10 completed. So we pulled the Form 10. Our plan is to put the auditors in place, get new acquisitions that we're looking at teed up, get them audited, and then get everything uplisted at one time. Have the Form 10 filed at one time with all the additional companies that we're looking at.
Okay. Well, okay, that sounds complicated, but I know you have to go through all this paperwork. And you mentioned Cornerstone. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine all the regulations involved. You mentioned Cornerstone. I know that's a recent acquisition for you. It allowed you to get involved, especially in the East Coast. It was a South Carolina-based company. How do you see any more acquisitions, and what kind of is your strategy with that?
I kind of look at this as a big puzzle, and we're putting together the puzzle in different pieces. And as you know, we're really excited about the EV world, and we have an acquisition I think we're pretty close on in the EV world. That's going to be a major piece. We have another roofing / solar company in Texas that we really like a lot. That I think we're working through some details. And then we have something I'm really excited about. We have a local solar company in San Diego that just has a dynamite team. Unbelievable talent that we're working on as well. So if we get those three done, we'll literally double in size in less than 60 days, which is
my goodness. Okay,
which we just doubled in size in January. Could be another step, and at that point there, we'll have a lot of pieces covered, a lot of the right people in place as far as the team goes, and then we're going to sit back, get some things going, and work on some inner workings of the company, at least me, because my current job now is acquisitions and meeting with the guys and putting those pieces in place. Okay.
Well, you've got a lot on your plate, and you're certainly in a hot industry. I mean, it feels like if now's the time to kind of get big and grow, this is a good time to do that, it feels like. So, and I'm sure you agree with that. So thank you, David.
Yes,
okay. I know you're limited what you can say. Thank you so much for coming with the update, and I look forward to another one as these things progress throughout the year.
Hey Jane, it sounds good. Thanks so much.
PetProducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Wee Pad Inventor Company.
GrapeFruit is launching a new e-commerce store that offers a nationwide one-stop shop for THC-free, hemp-derived CBD topical creams. And with me is the CEO of GrapeFruit, Bradley Urist. Welcome, Bradley.
Thank you for hosting.
Yes. No, great to meet you. And can you tell me about GrapeFruit?
Yes, we are a fully integrated cannabis company as well as a hemp company in California. We have a full distribution and manufacturing license in Southern California. And we're really focused on making innovative and novel products.
Mm-hmm. And so you launched the online store this week, right?
Yes, yeah, we launched it actually this morning. So we're super excited.
My goodness. Okay. What was that like, building that e-commerce site?
Yeah, we were really being mindful. So we had a lot of ways to integrate, and we're most proud of our affiliate program. So now other people that are selling CBD products have the ability now to sign up and be one of our affiliates.
Uh-huh. Okay, so then how does that work? So they can just contact you through the site?
Yeah, so they look on our website, hourglassonlinestore.com, and essentially they can go on, they can sign up as an affiliate. And then they can receive commissions for every time they generate a sale through their own either their own website or their own marketing channel.
Oh, interesting.
So we felt like that'll kind of get the brand out there and get everybody super excited about promoting the product as well.
Okay, so that is a nice little segue into the product. So this is a topical cream that I talked about. Tell me about the product.
Correct. So what we've done is we've implemented a technology that increases the bioavailability of CBD topically. So what we essentially do is we encapsulate the CBD molecule or the THC molecule, depending on which product that we're going to be manufacturing that particular day. And it essentially, you rub it on your skin, and it embeds into either the pores of your skin or the follicles. And over time, so it's also a time release. So over time, it releases into your body and provides, the holistic benefits of cannabinoids.
Well, and I know the executive producer of our show, Vince Caruso, has been sharing it with people, and he says people love it. So, yeah. So, and right now you're selling the cream and flower products just across California. So this is like an expansion nationwide.
Yeah, that's accurate. So right now we're able to sell the CBD only version across pretty much the United States and in some countries internationally. But as far as our THC products, yes, we're in California only. And of course, due to the current restrictions on distributing THC, right now we're in the state of California selling high-end flowers and our CBD in our topical products.
Okay. And what is the website?
Our website is hourglassonlinestore.com.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you can go there and
check it out.
Kind of browse around, check out all the products. And well, congratulations on launching the website. I mean, that must have been a major undertaking. So congratulations for getting that done, and best of luck.
Yeah, we're super excited.
Thank you, Bradley.
Thank you.
Petproducts.com. Thousands of products. An Al Simon Wee Pad Inventor Company.
After a few quiet years, gold is regaining its luster in the economy, attracting positive press and increasing accumulation among investors. Here in the treasure state of Montana, mining has been a part of the economy for centuries, leaving a very small footprint and bringing thousands of well-paying jobs to its residents. These minerals are essential to everyday life and a great way to enhance one's investment portfolio.
People really don't understand anymore that mining is essential for their daily lives. Everything they use, either you mine it or you grow it. It doesn't come from any other place. There's been a number of economic studies that have been done throughout the mining industry through the years. And for every mining job that's created, there's usually 5 to 6 other jobs that are created to support that mine that goes with it, from transportation to accounting to the chemistry of the minerals that are being produced to all of the products that come in. And most of the products that we buy are all local. The consulting, the engineering we use are all local. So all that feeds back into the state of the economy in Montana. For thousands of years, it's been a stable place to put your money and put your assets as you go through these troubled times. The stability of gold and what we're seeing now As of this filming, over $1,900 an ounce is a very good sign for the gold industry. And there doesn't seem to be anything to stop this cycle from moving forward and staying very strong through the next few years.
There are many moving parts involved in working to develop an underground gold mine, from acquisition and development to production. With strong roots in exploration, WinstonGold is an emerging junior mining company focused on generating cash flow by advancing high-grade, low-cost mining opportunities into production.
It's always been our mission to put this business into production with free cash flow to move the business forward and then to expand gradually as we get the cash flow needs where we need to do. Conceptually, it was to be in the right area of the world, if you will. The United States is certainly where we pinpointed our area, and then to take it even a little more regionally to go into the mining states, if you will, that are mining friendly. They understand mining. We followed that up with numerous core drillings to add to the over 600 drill holes that had already been here from previous companies. Went through a full analysis of those cores into a geological model, and then built a financial model to show that we had robust financials even at much lower pricing than we see today. So it really is from the drill bit all the way through to production that we built this business on.
Located in an historic mining district just outside Helena, by using a low-tonnage mining model, WinstonGold is working to advance its high-grade asset into stages for a fraction of the exploration and capital costs.
We do core drilling, we do an analysis of that core. If we're getting good hits on the gold and we see good grade, then we build that into a geological model. From there, we can look at building a mine plan on the structure that we see underground, and then eventually take it into a financial economic model to see if it all makes sense economically, and we can raise the money then financially to go forward with. Then from there, you need a mill so that you can process the gold ore. You can separate the gold from the gangue material that comes out. We have that mill that's 35 miles away from here, and that goes through a gravity separation as well as a flotation process to get a final concentrate that we sell to the refineries.
Mineral exploration and development are essential to everyday life, and projects like these can lead to significant contributions to the American economy and workforce.
When you mine these small, narrow vein mines, you've got to be confident on the ground structure, the mining method, as well as dilution, so that you're not putting a lot of the waste material into the gold ore and further diluting it and raising your costs to go with it. So it's extremely important that you understand it from the geologists to the mining engineers to the surveyors, and then most importantly to the frontline workers, the miners who have the experience to do it in a very safe and environmentally effective way. We've got a good mine in a right location in a mining-friendly state. We're environmentally permitted, and we have a mill. So we have the complete process fully permitted and underway to produce the first gold. As we speak today, we're just starting up with. So we've got it from one end to the other. It is the American dream to build one of these from the bottom up. We're certainly doing that right now, and we want everybody to prosper as we go forward.
Learn more today about the only hard rock gold producer in Montana, WinstonGold. Drill for structure, mine for gold. For more information, visit WinstonGoldMining.com today.
I've been at Fox Business for 12 years because I'm invested in my viewers big time. There are smart people on Wall Street making money off all of this. Why can't you? We care about your success, and we want to be a part of it.
Fox Business, invested in you. This country was made by tax